Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, corn dog lovers of all ages, welcome to In the Box with your hosts, Matt and Adam.
Everybody get.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
How's it going?
Wow. That's a nice city you got.
We need this Spider-Man pointing at each other. Welcome to In the Box.
Totally wasn't. It totally wasn't planned. Actually, it was kind of. Well, I saw him wear it, and I'm like, well, I'll just wear it.
So, for the record, for all San Diego fans, I do have my San Diego Sockers jersey, but it's cold down here, so I need something else.
I'm not lifting up my shirt, so.
Yeah, well, I have something under it, so if you don't, please don't.
I want to keep our viewers.
Yeah, right. All of a sudden we have -3 concurrent viewers. So,
3 people. We're going to shut it off, and 3 people have blocked In the Box.
Right. Yeah, we used to have 208 subscribers, and now we have 16.
all after Booby Gate 2023.
I just caught what you said. So Kelsey, the sweatshirt is the 2020 East-West All-Star game, which took place in Kansas City.
That we went to.
December 4th or 5th or whatever the date was in 2020.
Yeah. That's when we were first introduced to Kansas City barbecue.
Yes. Which I will be reintroduced to any days from now. 10 days from now.
That was also the day we drank moonshine with Shelley Clark.
And Danny Waltman.
Which it's funny, Danny was in the chat for one of the games, and I asked him when we were drinking moonshine again. He goes, the next time our 2 teams meet. I'm like, oops. Okay.
Killed the chat for some reason.
Well, I mean, it's just Kelsey in there, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Kelsey's probably going to sit there and talk about, like, oh my God, I'm going to the best arena ever this weekend.
Maybe not.
She might.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be a raucous crowd. What do you mean, uh-oh?
Got hi from Dennis in the Lou. Is that the Lou? Is that the French museum thing or art museum?
British. It's like the British for the toilet.
Oh yeah.
The French is the water closet.
Oh yeah.
Double say it's the water closet.
And Reimer says he has moonshine. So
is it apple pie or root beer? Because those are 2 heavenly flavors. If you need the recipe, I'm sure you can get a hold of Shelley Clark.
There you go.
By the way, thank you, Shelley, in advance. I don't know if it's going to happen. I've won did you see the Ambuns jerseys, the pink ones?
Yeah.
I won Paulo.
Oh, cool.
So I asked if I could get her to sign it or get him to sign it, asked her, and then she said she'll see what she can do. So thank you in advance, Shelley. We love you.
Oh, he said no, it's real moonshine. I don't know what that means.
Well, Danny Waltman's not around.
Yeah. Hey, where are your strings?
I don't think I got one with strings.
These are ridiculously long, and they're annoying, and I never use the strings on a hoodie, so I'm surprised I haven't taken them out yet, but...
Yeah. I don't have any, so I'm stringless.
So it's not the same sweatshirt then?
It's not. It's not.
You're just like fleece lined?
Didn't we do this? I remember an episode of us talking about that.
Ouch.
I think there's box short of us, or it's a corn dog favorite or a corn dog moment.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the fleece line. I think it
Oh.
is. Yeah. No, it's not.
Oh, that's right. And he called it, is it fleece line? Gio called it in their title, is it fleece lined? Hey.
It's a fleece line.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, Jack, that's not fair.
Kelsey, it's the same thing. Mine doesn't have strings.
You block users in this.
I don't know. Just do you want me to show? Do you want me to show my boobies?
No. Oh, kickoff is live.
Oh, yeah, the watch. It's called the watch party now.
Called the watch party. And nobody understood my joke, so I put on the thumbnail. I said San Diego versus Owen, and nobody knew what that meant. And I said after this game, Dallas is going to be 0-14.
So just to let everyone know, before Dallas starts scoring goals, all three of us picked San Diego to win.
Look at the little tiny logo. It's so cute.
I know. They
little tiny logo here.
What are the other ones out there?
I don't know. I mean, they used to have the whole center circle filled, and they got it painted really nice for the first season, then it wore out in about 15 minutes. And then the second season, they tried to get it painted again, but that wore out even before the paint dried. And then they just removed all that and put that little sticker on.
You know, and this is not just for Dallas. This is for, I would imagine, a lot of the arenas in our league. And I'm going to pull a page out of our good friend Jay Miller's book. These are need to start painting the line. Wow, that is.
I need sunglasses for that.
Goalie jersey.
It is a cool jersey, though. He helped design it, and I think he designed it himself, or he helped design it.
I think he helped, yeah. But yeah, paint your.
The middle line is perfect. The other
line's great. Other lines are great. But what else?
I don't know if I have an on-screen painting thing. I could paint them for us live on the broadcast.
Well, I think it would be stationary, and it would kind of.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah. So I guess this is the debut of their Dallas's new player. Was it Roman Torres?
I think that's right. We had his first loss in MASL history, MASL career. So
he was a captain in the World Cup for, was it Colombia? Maybe, I don't know.
Panama.
But it's cool to see him, a player like that, Dallas.
Let's see. Yeah, Roman Torres. At some point, he said I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, but I mean, it's cool. Thoughts on the hair of one Jamie Lovegroove?
Oh, did he shave it all off?
He went blonde.
Oh, sure. Why not?
Sure.
I did not see that.
I think all the teams did some teams did Valentine's Day cards. And I think Dallas did one with him. I think he's in the top left corner. Well, he was in the top left corner. But yeah. He went blonde.
But didn't he shave all his hair off? Like,
I don't know if he shaved it.
He had the ponytail thing going on, or man bun, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I think he got rid of that part.
So we'll see. San Diego took a beating at the hands of the Empire last week, and then came back and took it out on Tacoma. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah,
I
mean, Dallas has to win one.
Oh my God, Leather! What? Yeah. Speak of Mr. Lovegrove.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. That's a new look.
Yeah. Go him.
That's as different as Stu Grable with his mullet.
It's close. I mean, it's very, very close in terms of color and cut.
Yes.
Very close.
Dallas
But
is
yeah,
having
Dallas
a promo tonight. Be one of the first 500 fans and receive a Sidekicks lanyard. So looks like there's still time. They probably have about 400 to give out yet.
Oh my God. It'd be worse. We could be in Florida.
Yeah.
So speaking of Florida,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm starting to think more and more that Florida is going to be like that 4 seed. I think. I mean, the way they're playing right now.
Ooh. Perez just killed somebody.
Oh, he's confused. No, he's confused though. He's like, yeah, whatever.
We're allowed to do that. Boom.
Tough act to
I mean,
connect.
he put his hand on his mouth, but do we have to act like we've been shot from a sniper rifle? Really? Bill?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Sorry,
going
Kelsey,
a little,
I'm talking about you.
yeah, that was not as bad as that seemed to be. He's not bleeding. Oh, he's got a sore chin.
I mean, I do
Throat
get,
area.
like, sometimes the contact above the head and get poked in the eyes, and yeah, that would hurt.
Listen. I heard Jonathan Reimer say contact above the head one, or it was last week. And
He
you
did
know
that
what?
he did that on purpose.
Yeah, probably. Thanks. Which, by the way, I would like to point out for those of you in the audience, the Empire are doing a Star Wars night, shocker, and you can bid on Philly Doctor and or the Panda.
Star Wars night or a Black Panther night?
Oh no, it is a superhero night.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It looked like Star.
Yeah.
It's a superhero night. I'm sorry. But regardless, you can still bid on their jerseys.
Yep.
And I think, and you know, I brought this up to them, and I more broadcasters, I would say more of the popular broadcasters should do it, like Eric and Nick and Jonathan, Philly, and Panda, like the more recognizable ones, you know.
So is this a free kick above the arc? Is that how that works?
Yes. Yep. It's not a second dot.
No, not a second dot restart.
Not a like Chihuahua.
Oh, I don't know if you can you see the chat or no? Oh, there's a goal.
No.
So Reimer says secret shoutouts.
Thanks.
Yeah, superhero night. It's gray cougar night, not necessarily Black Panther. Totally not the Wish version of Black Panther. And Reimer says, please don't let my jersey have no bids. So it's funny, if this were Milwaukee, they have contacted the second place bidder a number of times and asked them if they want the same jersey for cheaper than the original person paid for it. And then when called on it, said, we never said it was a one-of-a-kind jersey. That's a nice pass.
That was to Owen.
It was to Mr. Owen.
Owen to no one.
Surprised there's enough people there to get the ball back. I mean, it is a Thursday night.
We're lucky to have a picture.
So if you were there and your tickets were in the second row and there's no one in the first row, why wouldn't you just sit in the first row?
Oh my God, I do that all the time at Utica. I have I'll sit in section 212, and then like the people that I used to sit with are like, why don't you just sit down with us? To which I might do this weekend. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, this weekend might be interesting on Sunday.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's all.
We'll get into the picks later on at some point.
Unless this is a blowout, and then
yeah, we have no guarantees we'll go past halftime here, but who knows? I mean, Dallas has gotten it together in some games, and they're bringing some other players in, and see what can happen. So, it looks more like a game of keep away right now, though.
It does. I don't think San Diego. I think San Diego is thinking about their next game.
Yeah, it can be dangerous.
I think. Yeah. To which you'll see picks coming up.
Yes.
Of course, Alec picked Mesquite as well. So.
What is this?
I don't know.
Well,
that's a.
All right, we'll come back. That's a lot of Mountain Dew.
It is. It will not be drank at all at once. I had a boss that worked at Blockbuster that would drink one of these like every day.
Oh yeah, I worked with a guy who drank a 2.5 liters of Diet Coke every day. Here's
the Farva. All the way to San Diego.
Not even 3/4 of the way to San Diego. All the way to San Diego.
So, I don't know who is more dry. Mesquite. It's like tomorrow night. Wait, do they play tomorrow or Saturday?
I don't know.
But
Saturday.
I'm going to fall asleep watching that game.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Like you can fall asleep to that. You cannot fall asleep to an Empire game.
It's the only game Saturday, as a matter of fact.
All right.
Wait, is that the 18th? Yeah, the 18th. It's the only game Saturday.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Hey, Ricky.
How's it going?
Oh, yeah, right.
But so I was watching the highlights from both games versus the Savage, and I'm just like, did we forget? Oh, it's near fan. Oh, there we go. Did we drink our coffee before the game, or
it's bad? It's very bad.
And there's a pass right there. And,
boy, I tell you.
Boy, and there's a shot and a goal for us.
Yeah.
And I'm a Mesquite broadcaster. There's a shot and a goal.
So, Kelsey and Jonathan, we don't do math on this show, and if we do it, we don't do it well. So,
is it called in the classroom? No, it is not. It's in the box.
In the box.
So it's funny. So speaking of that, and you can tell me the math thing in a second. So Ray Biggs, our good friend Biggsy, on Twitter, two people want to start a podcast about Division III hockey, and what would a good name be? And of course, me being the creative person that I am, I said in the box.
Yeah.
And he said, that's a soccer podcast, Hubert. I said, and a darn good one at that.
Yes.
But people agree with me. They're like, that is a good one. They can use it. It's a free country, you know. So why are they doing math? What is?
Oh, they want to know. So I said 2.5, 2 liters. No. I'm trying to get your video lined up here.
Oh, and that was pretty much a no-brainer.
Of course, I missed it. Yep.
Oh.
It turns out if you don't cover that guy, he can get open and.
I mean, it was close. It was a close one.
All right, we're just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna stop playing with your video now because
Yeah,
nobody probably cares.
I didn't really give you consent to play with my video, anyways.
Okay. Oh, I got that clear.
Yeah. So let's talk about the offensive. I mean, we can talk about the defensive players of the week if we want, but I want to talk about the offensive player of the week. Zach Reggett. I'm going to say it now. He's probably in line to get MVP.
Did he have enough through the first half of the season to catch up, though? I don't know where he is.
I think so.
I don't know where he is on the leaders. Let's look and see where he is on the leaderboard.
So here's the thing. So I go back. I don't look. But I look at what is the team like without that player. So, like, let's say, for example, nice shot and a goal.
Oh,
that's the new guy.
That's their second new guy. That's Blas Perez, who's they announced his big signing before the season. He's only played 2 games. Yep, gonna be a goal
from the Groove.
Jamie Blonde Groove.
So I look at it. Zach Reggett, not in Florida. Florida looks like a completely different team.
Yeah.
I mean, they got blown out in Kansas City, lost, or they barely won against, or no, they lost against the Ambos.
They've gotten swept now 2 different weekends.
Yeah, so it's like without Zach Reggett, and Zach Reggett put up 5 goals on for Kansas City against Florida. So you take Zach Reggett out of the equation, and Florida's a completely different team.
Yep.
So
even though he wasn't really producing a ton when he was playing in Florida.
Right.
But yeah, I think they have problems, and I think obvious thing is people say they have money problems, and that's why they had to cut there. But if they had money problems, they wouldn't be taking private jets to game. There's something else going on in Florida.
Yeah. I don't see. Maybe it's just me, but is there a scoreboard in the top left?
Yes,
corner?
There is.
Okay, I just can't see it. That's fine.
2-1, 409 left in the first.
Right, I know it's 2. Yeah, I figured it's 2-1, but I mean, Zach Reggett has helped out all 3 of his teams so far this season.
In the 1 week he played for all 3. Actually, he was out 2 games for Florida, so it was like within 2 weeks that he was.
Yeah.
And no one saw that coming.
Yeah. And for good news for Harrisburg fans, your 3 new players will be playing this weekend against the Blues.
All 3? I know 2 are for sure, but what about the third?
I heard on Sunday that they were all going to be at practice on Monday, and that was 5 days ago. So that was straight from a player. So
okay, well that's good.
A player that we know. They stayed at the same hotel as me.
Oh.
So it's funny. I get to the hotel, and my friend Matt he met me there.
Oh, tie ball game.
Was that the Groove?
That was no, that was Mr. Perez again. Maybe they should have had him play in every game this year.
I know. So we were going down to meet our other friends, and the elevator opens, and Robbie's there with like 2 other people, and I just start like, boo, boo. He just starts shaking his head at me. We met up with him a few minutes later down in the lobby.
Wait a minute. Is the video cut off? No.
I mean,
Kelsey,
think it's because of
Kelsey
strike.
said, Adam, that was
Mine-
Matt's nice way of saying the top of video is cut off for us. Then I said, is the video cut off? And she said no. So I don't know what's going on. I think it's the way Skype is doing. You have to put me in a like full screen mode in order to see it.
Yeah.
And your video is still bugging me. So without your permission, I'm good.
All right, fine.
That's a little better.
Great. So San Diego probably should start playing like the 3-time Ron Newman Cup, COVID Cup champions.
Lucy says hi. Hey, Lucy. Oh. If you go to type in the chat, it cuts the scoreboard out. If you close your chat box, you can see it. If you close your eyes, I bet you can't see it.
Let me try it.
Can you see it?
Oh, that was a good shot.
No, it wasn't. All right, you can open your eyes again.
All right.
This isn't a radio broadcast. We don't do that in this league. Oh, wait, maybe we do. I was talking to Eric a little bit, Eric Berger, about the radio broadcast, and he said how different it is because basically he's commenting, oh, boy.
Wow. I saw that play.
Yep, saw that coming from a mile away.
That play took place halfway to Fort Worth.
Yeah. And the defenders just sat there watching the ball go by. Look at that ball.
And there, it's in the back of the net.
That was bad.
But what a pass.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, great execution because half the time the goalie gets that first. Yeah.
Yep.
Defenders of the bank are here.
Like security guards.
Yeah, they drive those
defend
trucks
the
with the bags of money around.
We get that every Tuesday.
And Cliff's here.
Tuesday.
Oh, it's technically just Philly.
I was about to say, I'm like, that's probably Philly.
Adam Grosskurt says, let's not dive on the ball. No, it's working. Cliff says, hello, everybody. Hello, Cliff. Cliff and Lucy are here.
Oh, my goodness. So, Cliff told me a story about Lucy the other day, and it's quite amusing. And it had to do with the whole left-right thing. How she still can... And I forget the story. Cliff, if you remember, if you want to tell Adam.
He might have. Can't remember, though.
I don't know. But it's a look right, Lucy, and she looked left or something. Classic.
Kelsey says this is the biggest party we've ever had, but I don't think so. When we had the what do we have? Tommy Tanner on for the St. Louis Steamers Cleveland Crunch game from 1990 something or other, and we had like 40 people watching with us.
It's true. It's true. We had people. We were there.
We were there, yeah.
For that.
Oh, so Cliff said we were standing down by the boards after the game. Lost Lucy and her friends. I called her and she said, I'm kitty corner to your left, and she was on my right. Left, right, whatever. Ooh, let's argue about where the free kick can be taken. The old Brian Martin move.
Yeah.
We call referees out by name on this show. Especially ones that can't count up to 6. Or ones who can't figure out if the ball's over the line or not. But did Florida get screwed last week or not?
So I looked at it and I watched it a few times. I mean, the camera angle is a little weird. I mean, you have to have like substantial evidence from the naked eye, it looked in to me.
Yeah.
But and here's the thing, and I think people need to realize, like, the referees are watching the play over and over and over again. It's not just like a one and done type thing.
Yeah.
And this happened in the Utica Harrisburg game in overtime. Like, I went back and I watched the chat, and people are like, "Oh yeah, it was trip, and it wasn't, the ball didn't get touched, blah blah blah." And that's another one that was tough. There wasn't substantial evidence to overturn it.
So does that mean? And I get that. I mean, it's like the NFL thing. If there's no indisputable video evidence to overturn it, they go with what was called on the field. But
right,
I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is there's no cameras in the goal. As we saw earlier in the Dallas game, they have a camera right in the back of the goal there. And they can, it's not a very good angle to watch the game at, but you can see things. You'd be able to see if there was a goal there.
So I mean, maybe it's something to look into for the league. Like, just have buy two cameras. I don't know how much it is, but put them on the goals. You don't even have to like televise it or whatever. So, and then if it happens, oh well, go to the goal cam.
We've had a number of them in the last couple seasons now that they go to replay and we can't see anything different, so we got to go with what we called. And even though the refs, I mean, even though Kyle Trimble was right there, that ball, Drew hit that ball so hard, there's no way. I mean, it went, and I've never seen anything like that. It went, top bottom right away. Somehow Paulo got it. And here's a comment of the month from Kelsey. Oh boy.
But yeah, and it could be like referee play as well, because this has happened in Utica a couple of times. Back to the Utica Harrisburg game from Sunday or Saturday, Coughlin scooped one up off the line. It was close. It was very close, but
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's all you have.
And maybe I don't know if they can actually do. We're about to start. I don't know if they can actually do an actual GoPro. They might have to do something with connectivity back to their video system or something. But yeah, I don't think we're to the point in our lives in indoor soccer where we can't say, you know what, we're mandating as the league. We're mandating you have some sort of goal line cameras or in the goal cameras for. I made a joke early on. I'm like, well, you're going to get used to, like, if you're in a arena with the worst broadcast in the league, which is Florida, don't rely on video evidence, video replay to win a call. Don't even bother, because you're not going to get it, and it's their broadcast won't be able to show anything. Oh, whoops. That was interesting.
Wow, 3-3.
Bickmore, yeah.
And you talked about this, and you've talked for a couple of years now, and it's like, oh no, that went off San Diego. That's an own goal. Yeah, Love Groove. Yeah, that's Love Groove. I think the home team should be responsible for two people to just sit there and watch.
Yeah, I like, there's a lot of up and coming referees. Oh, got that one back. Who, like high school referees who could sit back there, get paid $50 a game, and be the goal and press a button to turn on some lights. You got a total of investment of like a couple $100 tops. Mr. Farber, oh, he should have. Well.
I think all four of their goals, the person has kissed their wrist and done the heart an interesting celebration.
Kelsey says, can't decide if Jamie dyed his hair or if he just shaved his head and has really pale skin. I think both.
I'm going to say both.
Oh, Juan had to push his own defender out of his way. So Felipe Gonzalez has scored, 3 goals, but only 2 for San Diego.
Right.
But he's been in every play, basically.
Yes, that is correct.
Now they're going
so
6
we,
attacker.
Yes. So Boris Pardo reached 100 wins. Congratulations. Also going to the resident Phantom Knocker himself, William Vanzella, for reaching
He got his 100th win. That was a bad game to watch. I had a chance to go play a pool tournament and decided, well, the game starts at 5 my time. Pool tournament, I'd like to get there about 6, but I could get there as late as 6:30, 6:45 and still be able to play. Let's just see what happens. Wave gives up the first goal right away, yeah, no problem. But then they score 3 unanswered and go up 3-1, and I'm like, oh, it's going to be a game. Then Baltimore comes back and scores 3 unanswered, all in the first quarter, or I should say first half, to go up 4-3. Or was it first quarter? I don't know. It's been a long time ago, and I'm traumatized. So I decided, nope, I'm going to stay home, and that was a bed.
Did you end up watching the Utica game? That was a pretty good game.
I watched, I don't even remember what I watched. I watched part or all of most of the game. I don't know, what was the schedule even? I watched
Nothing was up.
I watched part of Florida, Kansas City. I did not watch Chihuahua at Mesquite because I can't stand Mesquite's broadcast. I, of course, watched Milwaukee. I watched part of Utica. I went back and I watched St. Louis beat Florida. Then I watched most of San Diego and Tacoma. But while playing pool.
Right.
Count as really watching.
Yeah.
Oh, Kelsey says I'm supposed to ask you about your new crop top you just won.
Yeah. I will not be wearing it Sunday.
Yeah. The children, thank you.
I might, the other shirt that I got. I don't know. I've heard that they might be in this weekend. That is a restart at the first dot.
No, it would be the second dot. First dot's a penalty kick. Come on, Dad, throw the ball.
And don't let your kid with the foam finger do it. Foam fingers really don't do much.
Yeah.
All right. Is it a good time for a timeout?
Nope. Time for. Oh, right in the face.
Right in the old nog.
Funny, because I would say possessions have been about 70-30 in San Diego's favor. But Dallas is scoring more in the first quarter than I thought they would all game. Oh, that's a foul.
100%.
Yeah, Kelsey, I think it's both. Love Groove's hair.
Yeah.
Oh, did you also get a Hootery shirt? Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got one.
So, from what I heard, they might be in this week. I might get in this weekend. Oh, do we have any sort of card? Is there a card?
Calling somebody over?
Oh, calling someone over. What do we got going on?
I don't know. Over here. You come here. Oh,
Just come here. Come here.
exactly on this blade of turf. So Love Groove is in the penalty box.
Is it a descent?
What it is?
No. Looks like, yeah, a penalty.
Is Too Many Men.
Okay. All right.
So just a complaint about the old challenge system. I believe and I posted this, if it's an obvious referee error, somebody sneezed and they forgot to look up, or they blinked and they couldn't see something, and a team challenges it and then they win, I think they should get the challenge flag back. Now, granted, It didn't affect the outcome of the game. I'm not saying the referees had anything to do with the game in Baltimore by any means, but there was a way obvious Too Many Men penalty on Baltimore. Like, oh, what a shot.
Wow.
Nice shot, Charlie. That was like video game style.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, if it's an obvious referee error, the team should get the challenge flag back, because they shouldn't even have to challenge that. And the sixth men wasn't anywhere near the bench. Like, there were 6 men on the field, fully halfway aside from the field's so wide, so at least 20 feet away from the bench, for a while. And they had to throw the challenge flag for that. There's guys in the penalty box that's their job, to actually count the number of people at all times on the field, and they just completely missed that. And then Milwaukee had to use their challenge. It turns out it didn't really matter. It's annoying. So maybe they'll make a.
But it could have been worse. It could have been just like Tacoma a few years ago, where you didn't have the challenge and you can still see it.
Yeah, and they challenged it, and you could see it through every single angle they showed, and they then just called it off. Said no, it wasn't Too Many Men. What are we doing here? Come on, guys, somebody kick it.
Kick the ball. Get the ball.
Hey.
Get the ball. Good job. Get the ball.
I think they should not allow drop balls in that situation. Like, make the guys bring the ball out.
Or have them do like rock, paper, scissors. And then whoever.
I like it. Oh, yeah. Nice move. Oh, we got.
Oh, I'll be down for Cameron Brown.
He was on the list of being out this injury report.
Out until they tell him, "Oh, you gotta fall." Oh,
yeah, he's out with an illness.
I don't know what illness he's out with, but
that did not look like a foot to the face.
That was not a foot to the face.
That did not look like a.
No.
Unless you have a second face above your stomach.
Unless that foot extended, that didn't really look.
Kelsey says they should allow biting when they're stuck against the board like that. Just don't be anywhere near Adriano Dos Santos.
Yes. So I guess from what I've heard, Brandon Scotto is out this weekend.
Yes, he is.
He has a 2-game suspension, and then there's another player that's out.
Serta. Cesar Serta.
Yeah. Well, he's out just for this game.
Just for this game, yeah. Brandon Escoto, or Escato, as used to be called. That was not a very wise pass there.
That looked like a purposeful pass back, which is a no-no.
Yeah.
But
coming up. It's like coming up on the media timeout here at some point. Or sorry, the officials timeout.
The official media.
It's the unofficial media timeout, but the officials time.
Right. Unofficially.
Unofficially. Oh, that was pretty. That was a good save by Juan Gamble. Kelsey wants to know why is Dos Santos a biter? Not exactly.
Not really a biter.
Say he puts fingers where fingers shouldn't be.
Jeez. Let's just.
What he did prompted the first use of the term sophomoric humor.
Ooh.
Reverend Vickmore, nobody.
Yeah. Apparently that was Boris Pardo's job.
Kelsey, we do not mean mouth.
Yeah, Kelsey, I wish I knew the game that it happened, but a few years ago there was a game between Baltimore and Utica, and
In Baltimore.
in Baltimore, and
Ears, nose? No, not the ears or nose.
no, just a little lower than that.
Can't just walk on the field during play.
Give her a blue card.
Yeah, what too many?
Get a blue card.
What are those guys doing? Oh, now we got dancing. All right, enough of that.
Yeah, we don't want dancing on this. We don't condone dancing on this program.
So these two comments came up in a row, and they were great. So Kelsey says, "So who was on the receiving end?" And Jack typed in the back end. They weren't related, and it wasn't an answer, but yes, Bo Yelovitz was on the receiving end of that.
Yep, and was that offered dinner?
Oh boy, yep. There's no okay, so yep. So there are no own goals in the MASL, and they are not recorded as that.
So that should have gone to the group.
That was posted to some group. Yeah.
No, the goal was
The group. Oh, the group. Yes.
Yeah.
Go back here. This is a on the field view, I think.
Yep. Oh, they must have kicked the person off.
The corner kick cam. No, actually, you can see kind of reflections. They were behind the glass. That is a bright jersey.
There's the Juan Gamboa cam.
Five left in the second quarter, first half.
So I don't know if it's just me. I don't notice the sidekicks dancers.
They're somewhere. I saw him in a background thing. Look, about 3 handballs there.
That was a handball, 100%.
Yeah. Yes, Kelsey, I know that's why I said it.
And that's wow.
Plus, says Juan's jersey reminds me of my father's pants in the early 90s.
That was a 3-line pass, not a 2-line pass.
Oh.
See where I'm going with that one out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as a blocked shot in Baltimore.
So is that the new term for it?
Well, because there was a blocked shot. I told the guys this at the last home game. You can block a shot in Baltimore and have it called for a 3-line pass. And it happened.
Oh,
I think it actually happened against Baltimore.
I thought we were still talking about the
Oh.
I thought you were calling that a block shot. I'm like, okay. Well, we can call it a block shot if you'd like.
Oh. Okay.
His name is Rio, and he dances on the sand.
Yes. or the turf.
Yeah.
Is the case.
At least that's what we've been told.
Right.
Whether or not it's true, if someone would like to ask Rio Ramirez that would be A, hilarious, and B,
Would he even get the reference?
Probably not.
Reimer wants to know. Reimer says MC Hammer wants his keeper kit back.
I mean, it wouldn't be a Hammer thing if he had the Zubaz pants.
Yeah.
Oh, Rio is back on the turf.
Kelsey said if they stopped having dancers, they could probably afford goal cameras. But Dallas actually does. They have a camera behind that goal. I don't know if it's behind both goals, but they have it. You can actually see it on a little stand if you get a view right angle.
St. Louis also has a goal cam that is usually just on, and you can watch about 5 of action.
Right. But somehow isn't available for the replays of their opponent's goal. Huh.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, Juan's already wearing like long pants. Why doesn't he just like complete the outfit?
That would be amazing. Or reverse the colors. So where there's pink and orange, and you just reverse them like that.
Then Jonathan gave me an idea, he gave Juan Gambo an idea, but he won't do it, I would imagine. So picture like Juan Gamboa, like fully decked out in those colors and then he stops the goal. Dallas plays, he can't touch this, and he just starts doing the MC Hammer dance.
And we need those shoes. Oh boy, Pino's dead. Pino's dead. We also need those shoes that light up when you step on them, like the toddlers have.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Or bring back the Reebok pump. Those were the days.
Oh yeah. And Kelsey, well, if Dallas can afford all 17 people in the stands, then I like to think other teams can. You would think.
Wow, that was a goal?
Yeah, it didn't look like it, but
yeah.
See the replay. Or we can just look at one.
See, yeah, he needs the full get.
That would be great.
And then he just starts busting a move.
Oh yeah, it came right off the back of the.
All right.
There and have ourselves a 6-3 ball game.
Can't touch this.
Are keepers allowed to wear colorful pants? I feel like there's probably a rule against it. I don't know. I know the rule says that they're supposed. Oh, look at this. Oh, that was a not. Overran it by one step and lost it. Now their entire offense is up and Dallas is covering. I know there's a rule that goalkeepers are supposed to wear pants as opposed to shorts. But there are some goalkeepers. Yeah, I gotta clarify that. But they need to be at least the 3/4 pants, which basically go up to like the knee. But some goalkeepers like to wear shorts, and they don't really have a rule against it. They don't uphold that rule. It makes Sydney mad.
It's called the Matt Isold rule.
Yeah.
I think.
Savoy I don't know how he did that and got the ball in that area, but boy magic. He's being basically just mauled and somehow gets that'll be the angle I use for the highlight of the week where you can't see the ball at any moment in the goal. Yeah, right there. Near post. There's no room in there for a ball, and somehow the ball goes through. Sometimes it's almost not fair.
Bottom shelf, where grandma keeps her insulin.
Yeah, Reimer wants to know, do they have jewelry? I don't think we talked about this on the show. Our not so good friend of the channel, John Schmidt, which is one of the first people we banned from In the Box. He goes off on rants and tangents, and they don't make any sense. He was trying to get our good friend of the show, William Bonahany, in trouble for wearing jewelry, or Ian Bennett for wearing jewelry, because it's specifically in the rules that it's not allowed. And when Ron Corey, who's refereed more games than any other referee alive, said, I've been refereeing games for 85 years. I've never once seen an issue where that has been a problem. And John's like, well, it could cause injuries and it could cause this and it's player safety and blah, 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 blah. And even after Ron Corey said yes, but it's never, ever happened, literally never, ever, John, because he's a moron, still tried to fight it and tried to argue about it. So that's what I have to say about John Schmidt. Oh, boy. Oh, nice save. Thought that was in for sure.
Can't touch this. And anytime Gamboa saves it going forward, that's what I'm going to do. So
I don't have the soundboard running, but
feel free to play along, chat at home.
Oh, that didn't go in either.
Ding dong.
I don't know what Dallas's issues are. They just don't look like they're at all competitive most of the time. They'll get a lucky goal, and they got 3 of them. I mean, they had 2 really good plays, and they had one kind of just lucky play.
So here's what I think, and it kind of, I'm going to kind of tie in the power rankings by one Dr. Reimer.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that at halftime.
Up in arms about. First of all, folks, it's power rankings. It's not the actual standings of the MASL. It is an opinion of one man.
But the Blarst beat the Wave.
That one man is 100. Well, I would say he's about 95% correct, and we had a discussion about it. But Dallas plays in the West, so a lot of these games. I mean, Dallas is playing the likes of Chihuahua and Monterey and San Diego and the Empire and Tacoma when they're on, and Mesquite. So, like, all of these teams are really, really good.
Yeah, yes, they are.
Oh, I mean, you put Dallas against Harrisburg. I don't know if they play. I don't know what their East schedule is like. I know they don't play Utica. But if you put them against like a Harrisburg or St. Louis, like they're going to win at least one of those games. So Dallas is just in a really competitive division. That's all. It's not that they're horrible. I have seen horrible teams. Like this team could beat the Pennsylvania Roar of the old MASL days.
He had some kind of penalty thing.
Hey, someone's in the box.
Diggity.
Yeah.
By the way, like an hour ago, Dennis messaged me and said no goal in Florida. Oh, and this is San Diego for too many men. It is halftime.
Oh.
At least one of us on this show needs a quick break. We'll be right back.
Sure.
Now would be a great time for a timeout.
Now, back to them.
We're back. Oh, I'm back. I don't know where Matt went. Matt, where'd you go?
I don't know.
Why are you not here? There you are.
Okay.
That was
We're
weird.
here. Well, I went off
Oh,
Skype call and I posted in chat.
nice.
Where's my cake?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, wait. That on the screen?
Hey, there. All I have today, Hoovering Hans, by the way, great name. This is a mini soda.
Oh, from the state that's next to Wisconsin. Alrighty, so so the pics you sent me before, were those yours or Hannah's?
That's Hannah's.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, if I'm going to tell people my picks.
I'm not very quick on the draw tonight as far as thinking goes, so.
All right, well. Yeah, those were Hannah's picks.
Oh,
Minigame.
Well, the funny thing is, I can hear it in my head.
well, I just played the minigame sound clip. I still don't know how to get that, how to have you be able to hear that through the thing. Of course, I haven't spent any time on researching on how to do it, but I know there's a way. I think it's going to be really confusing and difficult to set up, but so I probably won't do it. But anyway, there's a bunch of games this weekend. After this game, there are 9 more starting tonight. Why don't we do picks?
Sure.
First game is St. Louis Ambuns at the Milwaukee Wave.
So you'll be at that game. Yeah, this game is got Milwaukee written all over it. We need Milwaukee to win, so we can keep 5th place. So give me Milwaukee.
I'm taking Milwaukee as well. I don't see any way that what's going on? Oh. Okay, never mind. I don't see any way. I don't see any way that they didn't have one of the hardest practice weeks they've ever had after what happened over the weekend, because they know they need to play at home. St. Louis is not a pushover despite the shutout win last week, but then they have to travel out and play you guys on Sunday.
Yep.
But yeah, exactly, Adam. So Wave will win, but St. Louis will come for revenge. And then Kelsey is concerned about.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if St. Louis is going to. I think St. Louis will have about two or three goals.
Yeah, I'm good with that. All right. Next game, Chihuahua Savage at the Tacoma Stars.
You want to just do both of those games because?
Well, they play twice. Yeah, they play once on Friday and once on Sunday.
As my beautiful daughter Hannah would say, Chihuahua.
For a sweep?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. So far, all three of us have picked the same. What?
It will change, I'm sure.
Tacoma sweep. Okay. Next game is San Diego at Mesquite. That is Saturday night. The only game on Saturday.
So this is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to take, and I'm still thinking about it. I'm going to take San Diego, but by 1 goal.
Oh, okay. I could see that.
Definitely has the capability of winning. I mean, they did split against Chihuahua last weekend, but I think San Diego's starting to play a little harder in this game against Dallas. So
Yeah. Well, I think they had 700 games winless streak or lossless streak. I think they're going to make statement games every game.
Yep.
Teams need to figure out a way to beat them. Yeah, I'm picking San Diego. Hannah picked Mesquite, so that should be interesting. What happens? Next game, Casey at Florida.
I mean, we saw what Zach Raggett can do in Kansas City, putting up 5 goals against his former team. Imagine what he's going to do in front of the 3 fans in Florida. I don't know. I think if you shut down Zach Raggett comments, I'm gonna take Florida.
Yeah. You and Hannah pick Florida. I pick KC. I think his statement making is not over, and Zach has a lot to say when he goes back home, or back to not his other home, before his new home, before his next home.
Right.
Our next game is Harrisburg at the Blarst.
I don't know what Hannah was thinking when she picked this game.
I picked the Blarst.
Even though most, if not all, of their new players with them this week, I still don't think that matters. Baltimore came out, and we all know, bring it up.
Yep. It's a different game there, and they're really, really good at it.
Well, they swept Harrisburg with Zach Raggett. It was like 10-3 and 11-3 or 11-4 or something like that. That was with Zach. So, I mean, I expect more of that this weekend.
Agreed. And somehow Hannah picked Harrisburg, so good luck, Hannah.
Yep.
I think we'd all love to see Hannah be right.
Yeah, she did. I mean, she did the streak breaker. So.
Yep. Yes, she did. All right. So next game is Monterey at Empire.
Really good game. I mean, Empire doing the unthinkable. I won't say impossible. I will just say unthinkable. Putting a shellacking on San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to not pick them.
I agree.
So give me the Empire.
Yep, we all take Empire. I think Monterey is getting better. I mean, everyone, you hear Monterey Flash, and it's kind of like the Wave last year. Everyone is, what's going on with the Wave? What's surprising? Well, 75% of the roster was new. I think that's the same thing with Monterey. There's a couple of key players that are back, but they have a lot of young talent, a lot of good talent, but they just haven't played together as a team much. And yeah, Reimer says if we can beat Monterey in Mexico, we can beat them at home. Agreed. All right, last game is Dallas at St. Louis, and this is actually on Monday night, 20th.
You wanna back up real quick?
What?
Just real.
Yeah.
You might have missed the game.
Which game?
The one at Sunday, 2:00 Eastern.
Oh, why did I? How did I miss that? I just went right past that.
No idea. I thought you were.
No, I wasn't. I just went right over it. Yeah. Actually, the first game on Sunday, which makes no sense why I skipped over it. Milwaukee visits the city of Utica.
I will.
We know what you're doing, and we know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, but I have a reason for what I'm doing.
Okay.
We saw what happened last week. Milwaukee playing a team, flying out east, playing a team. And it didn't go so well for him. I kind of see the same thing happening. Also, than 11-3.
Hope so.
Utica with a huge gut checkery on Saturday, although it did help me with my pocket. Not before the game, but at the game.
Big giant 50-cent off beer special, and they only scored one goal before the beer sales stopped, and then scored 3 more afterwards.
Yeah. Well, luckily, that point I was already sauced. So, I think, and the way Milwaukee and Utica played this season, I mean, really good games, and I think it's a home field thing. So yeah, I'm gonna take Utica.
Yeah, and it also takes Utica, which is not surprising. I, believe it or not, am taking Milwaukee. No, you didn't see that coming. I agree, Adam. So we play at home. So the difference between this weekend and last weekend was on the road in St. Louis and then immediately out to Baltimore for the next day. We have a day in between now, and we're playing at home Friday night. So we'll have a home game and then a day of travel and then away game. So I think, and we're playing on a real field in a real arena, real size. And I think they can do it. I have the faith. Plus, I can't pick with you.
You can. It'll happen.
Kelsey, what time is your flight? She said, hopefully their flight isn't as early as mine. Kelsey gets flights out at like 4 a.m. or something.
No, that's. I usually do the same thing. I'm usually at the airport at 4. Like my flights are usually like 6.
Hers is 5 a.m. I get more sleep after 4 a.m. than I do before 4 a.m. most nights. So there's that.
Yeah.
All right. So then the last game of the week, Monday night, Dallas at St. Louis.
And this is a game I could see Dallas winning.
However,
you know what? No. The streak ends. Dallas wins. Give me
all right, Gio. You're picking Dallas to win the Super.
I'm channeling my energy.
Picking Dallas to win the Super Bowl. Got it.
Yep. Go Dallas.
All right. Hey, and good timing because
did you didn't even pick that game.
Oh, I picked St. Louis. I'm not picking. Yeah, and Hannah picked St. Louis as well.
Yeah. Well, you two are wrong.
All right, third quarter. A couple more fans filter into the arena, and teams switch sides, and off they go. Dallas getting the best possession they've had all game right now.
Yep, they're holding the ball, which is
Yeah.
great. This is exactly. Didn't we do this the last game? It was like Chihuahua and Harrisburg or St. Louis, Chihuahua and St. Louis, and we're like, how long did St. Louis possess the ball? And it was like 4 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they got it almost 30 seconds. Oh, that's probably an elbow to the back. No, that wasn't a foul. Fine, you can do that now. Oh, again. Now they should just make him play the ball out.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Love on the boards.
Well, I mean, Perez is like a foot and a half taller than Pee Wee is. Oh, they're just going to kick it back to him. That's good sportsmanship. I always thought drop balls were weird because you're kicking away from possession.
Yeah. Oh, Gamboa did touch it, so can't touch.
That'll be the new promo for the goalkeeper rule. Can't touch this.
Yeah.
Can't kick this.
Can't kick this.
That's a good idea. I should
just have MC Hammer just can't touch this.
Yeah. Well, you can't just rip off a song.
Ooh, that was all right. Well, you could just have Eric say you cannot touch. I don't know.
Kelsey says she thinks there were more people at the Florida Wave game than there are at this game. So here's a question. Those of you in the chat, I can't do an open-ended poll. How many people do you think Dallas is going to list for attendance tonight?
3.
Suppose I could do like, 0 to 100, 0 to 500, 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to 50, whatever, but no.
No, and if anyone writes anything larger than 4 digits, they're immediately banned.
Right.
That's why I'm going to stick with 3. The combination of 3 and 5.
Kelsey says 154 is the correct answer. I think what's going to happen is the usual kind of nonsense that happens in the league, and they're going to post 1,100. Even though we can clearly see there's about 400 people in their tops.
Although, they're the cheerleaders.
Yeah, on both sides. 4 on each. Well, 4 on one side.
I don't know.
Good idea, but there's more cheerleaders. They're all over the place. More cheerleaders than fans in this.
The cheerleader bus must have been stuck in traffic or something. Oh, can't touch.
Oh, that's great. We played Dallas a bunch of times. Maybe we can come up with some signs. What do you think, Wave fans? Reimer says less than 500. Lucy says 155. She's playing the Price is Right game. Just the top. Kelsey. Adam G says nonsense says 1237. Reality 789. I'm gonna go with 1100. Was what they're gonna post.
Ooh. Fourth. What was it? 6,000. What was the number?
For what?
Your Nostradamus.
6239. Oh, yeah, you're probably a little off.
Well, if I am, so be it.
What's their average this season?
Although I will admit, if I was watching this game on last Saturday night, then yes, it would probably be about 62-39.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Way too many.
Way too. And the Dallas fan page made fun of how few people there are, yeah? I mean, it is a Thursday night, granted that. It is snowing in the Midwest. I don't know what that has to do with Dallas, but...
Ooh! If you want to bring up weather, we haven't brought it up yet today. I guarantee you it is probably warmer in Phillipsburg, Pennsylvania than it is in Milwaukee.
Current weather for, wow, Phillipsburg, Pennsylvania is 54 degrees. Air quality fair. Winds out of the south-southwest at 3 miles an hour with wind gusts up to 7 miles an hour. Currently Milwaukee, or in East Troy, Wisconsin, which I am at, is 22 degrees, and we have almost a foot of snow on the ground. And we had no snow on the ground yesterday.
Yeah.
Which is the only reason why I'm doing this show, because otherwise I would be in Mequon, Wisconsin, in band rehearsal with my.
So yesterday in upstate New York, it was near 70 degrees. Yeah, it is not near 70 right now. I have no idea at this time what it is, but it's a little chillier than that. But yeah, we are supposing probably some pretty good thunderstorms here tonight.
You're probably getting the tail end of the storm that we had.
Yeah,
dumped snow on us.
Yeah, we're getting the warm end of it, so we are getting a lot of. I don't think it's going to be a lot of thunderstorms, but I think there's going to be some.
If I could bring up, hopefully we'll see what trying something. Bear with me. We can talk about the game. Watch San Diego score again.
Dear Lord, that was halfway to Tijuana. There we go. There's the cheerleader cams.
Oh yeah, okay, here. At the media timeout, we'll go to a different screen here. So yeah, still 7-3. This is the longest Dallas has gone without getting scored on the whole game.
I think it's the long, continuation of play. Well, there's that.
I could say next whistle will be the officials' timeout, and then get confused why it's not being called like every other announcer in the league. Yeah, the thing is, I knew I should have. Speaking of the announcers in the league, I knew I should have not watched the Wave at Baltimore game as soon as I heard who was doing play-by-play. Because I'm going to call him out by name. Andrew Primrose is the worst announcer in all of sports. He doesn't understand the rules, and every single time there's a foul, he says, well, that has to be a card. And at one point in the game, he's like, my New Year's resolution is to stop saying that has to be a card, because I say that everything. And then the next foul, he's like, that has to be a card. So there's that.
Well, you could put that on a bingo card if you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go.
Blue card.
So here is what it currently looks like in East Troy, Wisconsin right now. Full screen. Somewhere in here is my front walk. Somewhere over here is the driveway. The street is somewhere. There's snowflakes all over the place. They look like lightning bugs. The welcome sign with the gnomes on it that's falling over.
It doesn't look like that here.
There's that.
We have no snow. Officially no snow on the ground.
It dropped into the 30s in LA, and Reimer says it snowed in Vegas. And then he says that looks miserable. Move to LA, and Adam says, "Yep, looks the same in New Berlin."
So about this time last year, maybe, yeah, it was around this time last year. I was in Southern California, and it was like 45 degrees.
Oh, that's right. All right. Yeah, that's right.
Yet I was still top down on my convertible in Southern California.
I remember that. Back to the game.
Some of the worst games of soccer I've ever seen.
Hey, did you happen to watch the broadcast of your Utica game from Saturday?
I watched a little bit of it. The audio seemed weird to me.
The audio is so loud that if I turn it down one more click on my remote, it's completely off. But I have another question, and this may be a sensitive topic. The color analyst guy, not Ray, but the other guy, was he drunk?
I don't know, and it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that. So I don't know if anyone was in the chat during that game, but someone actually called me out by
Yes, yeah,
my
we saw that.
full name.
They thought it was you doing color commentary.
Someone thought it was me, and I'm like, nope.
I mean, the guy sounded as drunk as you probably were, so there's that.
I mean, maybe he was. I don't know. I didn't get like I rewatched like part of the overtime, but I did not watch the game. Is it the same one that did color commentary the week before?
Yes, Jack says he was going to delete it, but it was too funny to delete. It was the same guy who did color commentary the week before, and he did not sound like he did the week before, which makes me think there was maybe some getting in early on the beer deals going on. However,
I could see. Now I can see Jack.
Just going, yeah, I'm going to leave that one. I'm not going to delete it.
I know he's at the game, but it does. Okay, I'll let it slide.
So
his name is Rio, and he dances on the turf.
Okay. So Dallas is, I don't know if you saw that.
I was too busy
They
singing.
they don't employ a 5 behind the ball strategy. They employ a I'm not running all the way down there. You guys better pass me the ball back.
Right.
But yeah, so the guy in Utica, if he that looks hurt.
That's a thrust behind it.
There, see the camera right here. Oh,
Stop.
Can't stop or rewind a Twitch broadcast.
That was perfect. You see how Juan was like held his hand up?
Yeah.
He was like, stop, hammer.
3-on-1 here. And they did that. And now San Diego has 5 behind the ball, and there's only 3 attackers.
And here we go.
Probably not the best place. I think the higher the ball is in the air, the better chance it has a. Yeah, they look confused here. Dallas, that is.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they're maybe if Dallas had 4 solid quarters, they could pull one out. Like they had a great first quarter.
Yeah. Right. Now they don't even have 5. Oh, I was going to say they don't have 5 players on the field, but they do because Lovegrove was hiding. Lovegrove, sorry.
I think I saw on a milk cart. I think I saw the Dallas sidekicks on the side of it. Like, have you seen our offense?
Right. Primer says this is why I ranked Dallas last. I mean,
well, I mean you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You are absolutely correct. I told him that his power rankings were almost right in my eyes. I mean, I would have moved a couple of teams around, but I think, and someone also mentioned like, you're biased because you're a West Coast broadcaster, and I'm like, no. If you were to take each top, like the top team, and put them against each other, and two versus two, three versus three, four versus four, the West would win like five of them.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, and Harrisburg would beat Dallas on a neutral field. Harrisburg would beat Dallas,
And no one would want to watch
the way,
no one would want to watch that.
But I tell you, I would, because the keeper for his Vosvik, he had an amazing game. I mean, he was peppered. A lot of shots on goal. He only gave up 4. That was definitely a great performance by him. So the future looks bright for him. So I think Harrisburg on a neutral field would beat.
I think so.
Would beat Dallas. So yeah, Dallas rankings as well.
And I mean, for people who don't understand power rankings, we seem to go through every year. Power ranking, the definition of it is chance a team has at winning the championship at this point in the season. And right now, San Diego is obviously in first, even though they lost to Empire. And Baltimore is behind Milwaukee, even though they beat Milwaukee. People think that, because they have a better record or because they they should be ahead of them. And they don't. That's not how they work. It may not 3 weeks from now, if Milwaukee loses 3 games in a row and Baltimore wins 3 games in a row, maybe that changes, but that's not how they work. And people just don't.
That's right. Yeah. Can't touch this.
Oh boy. Like, don't kick me in the head, please.
Let's see what happens here. There's a save.
He didn't land on his head. He kind of rolled around to. Oh.
What
are you gonna do? See the camera?
So much.
Just again. It's the stand that's on has 2 red stripes on it, or red tape stripes on it. Like a candy cane. What happened there?
Right. I don't know, but I was like, that is the most like lackadaisical goalie.
Right. Not to mention he's 20 feet out of the box when he grabs a ball with his hands.
It's illegal handling, I think.
Yeah.
To be on under review.
Yeah, under review should be interesting. By the way, there are 2 really good shows in the MASL, and one of them is MASL Mondays with Alex Bastiavansky, and special guest this last Monday was the doctor himself, Mr. Reimer. He actually goes and explains why he's called the doctor and why Philly does it, and it's not as nice as thing as you would think. And then Friday is the under review show with Phil Ivanko, and it's been Ryan Sigich every week except for 1 week. It was Rich Grady, who sounded like, if you didn't look at it and you just like watch it like this, maybe not covering your mouth and nose, you could almost think it's Ryan Sigich because they have a very similar sounding voice. They should have some fun going over that goal call, and I know what the answer is going to be already.
Yeah, for some reason I really didn't like that episode with Rich Grady.
You want Brian Martin in there? Oh boy, catch the ball, Mr.
It doesn't matter to me. Hey, that was some goal, which is exactly what they should be doing. But lady,
you're not getting that ball back there.
Yes.
Oh, they are. Nope.
I tell you, if I saw an arena like this, holy
Nice
cow!
arm.
If I
Somebody sign that kid.
sign that kid up.
Yeah. You were saying if you saw an arena like this.
Yeah, if you saw an arena like this and you're sitting like all the way up there, wouldn't you be inclined to like move down?
They probably have
Like,
really good security.
At this point, the ushers are just like, eh. There's Brian Farber.
I was going to change it, but it's Brian Farber and the dog and tequila.
It's probably the same. It's probably the same dog that he.
The poor dog that didn't get his chance to catch a frisbee because Brian Farber took it from him.
Yeah, he's like, all right, we'll make it up to him. We'll have him in this commercial.
Yeah, Jack says big under review coming up tomorrow. I keep forgetting it's Friday tomorrow because I have no idea what day it is. What is this? Goals of the week. That was a good one.
For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, it's a corn dog moment on the In the Box YouTube channel. The Brian Farber story. It's a great one. It ties in with the hoodies we are wearing currently.
Yeah. We were in the All-Star game, and the halftime show was a dog frisbee thing. And all of a sudden, we're looking there. It didn't make the broadcast. There's no video of it. Although someone may have had a cell phone video of it. I thought I remembered seeing something. But all of a sudden, we see Brian Farber running down the sideline and a frisbee being thrown. That was a great goal. Fortunately, there was only one of three. Great. That was also great.
Yeah,
it
was interesting.
Yep, running down and catches a frisbee all the way down the field.
Stole it from a dog. It's pretty rude of him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I don't know. Some of these I don't consider goals of the week, like the one we just saw with Will Diamson.
Yeah.
It was a great. Like this shot, great. Patrick Thompson.
So what makes a good goal of the week? Is it the shot or is it the play? Like hit this. I mean, boy, I mean, ridiculous. It's how he turns and how he still gets it by. This
shot. Yeah. 100%. Boom. Look at it. Boom.
I don't know. I think you could have. What is it? Crime scene footage? Is that what that?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
Are they trying to do like Sweet Caroline, just like they do in Utica?
I don't know, but there were a number of flashlights there. I bet they post more than 1,100 for attendance.
My 6,329 is looking pretty darn.
Yeah, it's gonna be close to that. It's gonna be close to that.
Dallas shoots up to number 3 in the.
Jack says when he submits his recommendations, I take into account the shot itself, the build-up, and the situation. There was a goal in San Diego by the Sockers a couple weeks ago that was like 4 passes and in. It was just like a perfect play. And I think that did make goal of the week. But then there's other goals that's like one bounce off the wall and then a goal, and they happen every game. It's like the typical indoor soccer goal, but they're still impressive.
I don't know. I think the Nick Vassos Wallace scorer that he had in the celebrity game should have made goals of the week.
New goalkeeper for San Diego, Xavier Snare Williams.
Probably Snare Williams. Yeah, which is good to see him get minutes in.
Yeah. Unless something crazy happens, he'll play the whole quarter.
Well, I think Snare Williams. I know he played against us, and then the game got really close now. I think.
I don't remember. I know he played 1 or 2. Well, that's probably a foul. Bickmore has no power in his shot. He's had a couple good moves and a couple good breakaways, but then no follow through on the shot.
I could have saved that.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Would have been tough. Oh, so speaking of my physicals, so we were talking to Robbie Williamson, hotel lobby, before the game, and he asked me if I was doing any relay races before or during the game this year. Thankfully, the answer is no. They've already done all the ones like that. They did a dodgeball one, which is kind of interesting. So fun. I'm missing tomorrow, and I'm kind of disappointed, but I have plans. Tim Goldman is doing a trivia / karaoke night down in Utica. Yeah, I will be missing that. And tonight they were doing, you could bowl with the Utica City players at a bowling alley nearby.
Did see something about that. Hey, question: did Dallas just give up a top of the arc restart, kicking the ball away, like towards their own goal, out of bounds? Is that what I saw? Oops.
Yes. Who can't touch us?
I think Dallas just kicked the ball towards their own zone and out of bounds for a 3-line, or not a 3-line, top of the arc restart.
It was a bold strategy. It paid off. They didn't score. So, good for them.
Chelsea says Matt couldn't even complete a relay race, yet he expects to save shots. And then Jack says we got to get the ball back. We got to get the band back together for dodgeball next year, Matt.
Hang on. So, Jack knows I finished that relay race the best that I possibly could in my condition. Either like second or third if it wasn't for our third leg falling. I didn't fall, okay?
Totally would have won if it wasn't for that 9-year-old.
Listen, I told you that. The left side of my brain said stop, the right side of my brain said
right. That's why I said that. That's probably not a good place to play that ball. Oh, that looked like it was going. Yeah, Adam Grosskreutz says I saw correct. They kicked it to their own goal out of bounds. I mean, not to their own goal, but to their own side out of bounds. Not really recommended strategy there. Strategy. Tragedy? Tragedy.
Stratego.
I was saying more tragedy with an S in front.
Yes. Oh, following. Oh, it's in there.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything.
I love how they make the refs get the ball every time. They need exercise.
That's right.
And by they, I mean every player on every team.
Right.
Here's a problem. Bickmore is 1-on-4 with no support. And now by the time they get enough players in, San Diego has 5 behind the ball. And now they just have to rely on luck because all 5 behind the ball can defend really well.
Yep. That's -30.
Right.
So it's
right.
like.
There's a good question from Kelsey. If Matt gets hurts while I'm in Utica, do I have to help him or can I walk away?
Wait, what was the question?
She wants to know if you get hurt while she's in Utica, does she have to help you or can she walk away?
No.
There, goal line can. If a ball was there and went over the line, you would be able to see it. Or didn't go over the line. It's funny. It's funny because Kelsey has hurt herself more times than anyone I know, just walking back and forth from like the arena to goals.
Yeah. Luckily, the distance between the arena and the bar after the game, not that far away. It's literally like 100 feet, if
Oh, ooh.
that. Which I I don't know if I told you this story. So after the game against the Empire, I'm talking to Robert Palmer, and they're all like getting on the bus. And Uzi and I are talking, and he's like, Matt, where's the 72 Tavern? And I'm like, it's literally like right next to the arena. He's like, show me where it is. I'm like, all right. So Uzi and I are walking to 72, and I'm like, and it's right here. He's like, oh my gosh, it's so close. So he stayed and had a
Nice.
drink. He was talking to some of the fans of Utica, and then he's like, all right, I'll be right back. I'll be back. So then all of a sudden, all the other guys come in like 10 minutes later.
What you're saying is it's a 2-minute walk to the bar and then a half an hour walk home. The difference is staggering.
So I could have walked back to my hotel, but my friend bought an Uber, and it was like a half a mile. It wasn't bad. Yeah, it probably would have taken me a little while.
Yeah, Kelsey said someone should tell Matt that I face planted walking from the arena to Goolsby's, which is also like 100 feet away.
Well, I mean, best of luck.
Yeah.
I'll make sure they salt the
Yeah,
sidewalk
that's
for
going to be
you.
important.
Although I think it's supposed to be mid-40s on
heat wave.
Sunday. I don't think it's supposed to be bad on Sunday. I think it's like 45 to 50 on Sunday.
I was not supposed to be very warm. I was a high of 23 here.
No.
But at least sunny out. Probably not a game time though.
Yeah, I think we're getting rain tonight, and then like light or like AM snow. It's supposed to like snow showers or something, and then it's supposed to be fine. Then it's supposed to warm back up. But boy, this game has been a barn burner second half.
Could have just turned it off. And I mean, Dallas is making like what I call desperation plays. Like they send one guy and just race him down and then try to do a long ball to him. It doesn't work. And they're going to have to go 6 attacker right now if they want any chance of even trying to score one goal.
Yep. The Everton strategy.
Yep. Adam J has taken a couple spills. Arena to the bar across the street from the arena. Hey, we're not watching this commercial. The SI ticket scam.
Yeah. But fans are winning. I don't know if they did it last game, but a thing where you get $100 for SI tickets.
Oh yeah, I got an argument with Harrisburg because Harrisburg insisted their most expensive ticket was $22, even though I showed them a screenshot of one of theirs as being $102.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there's that.
Yeah. Well, two questions. What time is it, and how much time is left in the third quarter? I'm just curious.
8:48 p.m.
Okay.
Actually, this is kind of cool. I don't know what they're doing. They're laying out the turf.
Sure looks like it.
Was it?
Wow.
And they're at the media, or they're not at the media time. 7:02 left in the fourth. 7-3. I do not see a 6th attacker jersey.
Oh, I thought we were in. For some reason, I thought we were in the third quarter.
Oh no. We're done enough that we can just hold on to it.
All right. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, they better be going 6th here. Yeah, Gambo is on the bench.
Yeah, but where's the 6th attacker jersey? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay.
It's their third. I like that. That third. That's the third alternate jersey.
So
The alternate jersey.
a couple seasons ago, I got their black jersey. I really liked the black and green one, the one that was half and half, but I missed out on the sale.
I got one and I gave mine to Michelle. It was her birthday and she wanted it. I said, okay. And that was my story.
Sorry, and you're sticking to it.
But I think I'm getting a green one soon. Are we going? We're trying to go Wallace score.
They can't even move the ball.
Well, they can. It's just once they get it past midfield, it's
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, yeah.
They're doing great until they get to the center line, and then they're like, error.
They need to blow on the cartridge and put it back in.
Yeah. Up. They need a cheat code right now. Up, down, down.
Left, right, AB, or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah, they need something here.
It's pretty weak, yeah.
Well, I think at this point, 7-3, they're like, yeah, we're just gonna. Nice. Ooh, I like the pink shoes. Whoever has the hot pink shoe,
I think Vickmore had.
Those are nice.
Oh, it was a nice save.
Ooh,
he was going the wrong way and still
great.
saved that. That was nice. And kick it out of bounds. Probably not the most optimal strategy when you're
down by 4.
Down by 4. Can't complete.
Well, we've already said they can complete a pass, just not pass the center line.
They get like the anti-power up.
Yes. It is Vickmore.
It's a great camera angle there with no ball and no player.
Yeah. It's called the turf cam.
In case you haven't seen it, this is what our turf.
And does it say any as well? Okay, it is.
That was confusing.
Yeah. Oh.
There goes. There and come on now. I mean, could have been on already. They waited way too long for that. Teams don't know that, I don't think. As soon as the goalkeeper makes a move towards the bench, the sixth attacker can come on. As long as the goalkeeper keeps it.
Here's something I don't get. Okay, you're down by 4. What are you doing? You're passing back. Why are you passing back? Oh. Okay, you're passing sideways. Thing. Oh, you pass it back. You're wasting like valuable time here.
And no one in the middle is moving. They're just standing there. So you got. Once they finally get a pass completed, there's 4 guys around the guy, and he just got hit in the face, and he's.
Yeah. Now that
maybe
a challenge. Maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because.
What?
Oh.
I saw nothing towards the face there.
And Trimble now.
You put your hands on the ref like that, you're not supposed to be able to touch the refs at all.
That's Brian Martin.
Like, even the guys who like put their hands around the ref's shoulders when they're talking to them or walking with them, they're not supposed to. There, they challenge it.
Yep. Yeah, I figured a challenge.
What else are they going to challenge? There's nothing else left.
They're going to challenge the second half.
What was the? Oh, it was your game. Where Harrisburg threw out the challenge flag, and in the middle of that challenge, Everton threw out his challenge flag as if he was going to challenge the result of the challenge.
All right, let's see.
He hit him in the back, in the lower back.
I was right there.
Which is why he grabbed his face. Okay, stop.
Okay, yeah.
This camera angle's bad for this. They should use that stupid turf camera they've used with no players. So no hands there.
Well,
Nothing there.
yeah.
Elbow to the back, and he grabs his face. Yeah, there's nothing there. There can't be anything there. There's a blue card. Okay, well. There was something there, apparently. I don't know what they saw that we didn't see, but let's see.
Maybe like pushing? Maybe it was a pushing call. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe we were looking at it from a different. We were thinking contact above the shoulder.
Above the what?
But maybe it's a pushing call. Because there was a lot of force behind it. So I could see them going for pushing 2 minutes.
It was called striking. So yeah, striking is fair.
Theory.
Yes. Steve says no blue. Hey Steve, how's it going? Reimer said Mitchell looks like he dealt out a shot to the ribs. Jack says I see a blue for the elbow. Yeah. Ball might have rolled back out also. Definitely above the head, says Reimer. I hate when you get hit in the kidneys, which are above your head. You know you're having a bad day at that point.
Oops. Yeah, I think the song was Kidneys, Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. I think it was the actual song.
Yeah. The kidneys connected to the leg bones and connected to
corn dog. You'll believe. Let's talk about this real quick. The play that changed the Super Bowl. Was called the corn dog.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Are you serious?" Yeah. And Andy Reid is, "Yes. Who doesn't love a good corn dog with ketchup and mustard?"
Oh, I thought that was in. Yeah, I did see that. That was great. I didn't see any of the Super Bowl because not only do I not care, I don't own a streaming service that has live TV anymore.
I watched a little bit of. I watched like the first quarter because I had money on it. I did a bet like who scored the first touchdown. Winning that. Then I watched a little bit more, and then I watched the end. But I didn't watch the halftime performance. And
yeah.
Didn't watch commercials.
Like I said, I gave up on NFL a couple seasons ago and don't miss it.
I was pretty much recovering from the night before.
So here, this question came up from a St. Louis fan. When it was 6-0 or 7-0 in the Wave St. Louis game, and about a minute and a half left or 2 minutes left, and the Wave called timeout. Oh, here, this thing. Hey guys, how's it going? Can't understand what you're saying, so I want to change. But they're like, why do they have to take a timeout? Why are they rubbing it in? And it's like, no, it's not to do that. It's to stop the momentum of the attacking team and to give the players who are out there who are likely your first team defense a rest so they can go back out there. They don't have to try to do any line changes. Because especially in the fourth quarter when the bench is on the far side, it's very hard for them to make a line change while the sixth attacker is going on. So they take a timeout, they rest all the players. If they need to change, they'll make a change at that point. Otherwise, the same players come back on and they finish out the game. So that's why it's not meant to rub it in or to, waste time or any of the other nonsense that we've heard over the years. It's rest players.
Exactly, unless it's William Vanzella, and then he does it to piss off every fan.
Yeah.
Although he did owe us one, and he gave it back to us, so I guess we're even.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Your video's freezing up a lot, by the way.
Well, I'm on a different cell service.
Oh.
So, I mean, I have a new phone, but a different cell service, and it's not as good. So, if I'm freezing, yeah, that's why. But you can still hear me.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then
Y'all know what I.
yeah,
Y'all know what
when
I
we're
look
watching
like,
the game, it doesn't really matter as much. Only you had some Wi-Fi there. Don't you have a neighbor who has Wi-Fi you can steal it off of?
I can probably look at what? Yeah, let's just push the San Diego to the board. All right, fans, get into it. You're on the power play. You're 6-on-4 right now.
Yay.
There you go.
Go team. Ball. Oh, they got one. Yay.
That
That guy has gotten all
guy.
their goals. Almost all of them. Where'd they go?
When you look, it looks like Andrew.
Oh no, Vic Moore got one.
No, well, Love Group got one.
Yeah, but
Like if you look real quick, that looks like Andrew Haynes.
yes. I know what you mean now. Yes. So Blas Perez has a hat trick on the night.
That's right. Now it is 7.
Now San Diego's mad. Wait.
So
hang on. I have a sound effect for this. Where is it?
Then everyone's mad.
As of right now, Dallas is winning the second half, 1-0.
Right. Yeah, you're right. You want to take away a positive from the game, Dallas fans? You beat the San Diego Sockers in almost 2 full quarters of indoor soccer by a score of 1-0.
Now the bad news is,
Yeah. Bad news, on the other hand, is
you may need a few more goals to beat St. Louis on Monday.
yeah. Bad news is I don't think the scoring's done for
How much time's left?
minute 50.
I think it is.
As I was saying,
9.
and timeout.
Now this is. I don't know why he's calling timeout. You're down 7-4.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've seen games with 3 goals scored in 49 seconds or whatever, so.
Well,
These people haven't, but we have.
they probably haven't.
Hey.
Hey, they're
Yeah.
waving at us. Hey, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, flexing. Boo.
Guys aren't getting out of the... Is it the flex cam, or are we just flexing randomly?
I think it's flex cam.
What's your favorite crowd cam?
Bongo cam in Monterey.
I have 3. My third place is the... Well, my third place is the Epic Sax Gorilla from Tacoma, like 10 years ago, or whatever it was. Maybe not 10, but like 6 or 7. My second is Chili Willy juggling camera. And my first is the Milwaukee Wave corn dog cam.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a.
No, they only did. They had because they had a dog to bring your dog to the game promo.
That okay, yeah.
And
But I would go. So Utica is trying to do the bongo cam as well. I don't know why.
bongos are popular in upstate New York, aren't they?
Yes, yeah. I think Utica would have been called the Utica City Bongos.
Remember the Mississauga bongo music, where they had their arena music pumped through the PA or the stream and not their announcers, and it was like this like weird stock music, and it was bongos. I don't know what the hell Dallas is doing here.
Or the MASL with the bongos, that was like 80 times louder than anything.
Yes. Yeah, that was. So, what did Dallas just do there? They're down by 3 goals with a minute 50 left. They have the ball and they started Juan Gamboa in goal, wasted a full minute, and then changed him out for the 6th attacker again. And now they're not moving the ball at all with 20 seconds left. I don't understand this team. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Don't call a timeout. Just make it end.
There you go. And there we go.
And game.
7-4.
7-4. Thank you for staying. Thank you for playing. Everyone's hugging everyone else.
Yep. Dallas now flying to St. Louis in the next couple of days. Meanwhile, San Diego driving down a couple miles to play Mesquite 2 days from now.
It's a pretty long trip, though, isn't it?
No, it is not.
Really? San Diego to Dallas?
Oh, no. They're going to probably stay.
Okay, never mind. I'm dumb.
Because they're playing in Dallas right now. So Dallas is close to Mesquite. So what they'll probably do is they'll probably drive a bus to Mesquite.
Dumb.
Okay. Well.
Oh, Jack says the field hockey team does a wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man cam. I need to see that. Jack, if you can find a video of that, shoot it over to me. I want to see that. And yep, great way to spend a snowy night. Kelsey says Matt chugging his Mountain Dew would have been more interesting. And then, yeah, Reimer says Dallas ties this game. I'm buying a round for everyone in this chat. Suddenly there's 4,000 people watching the stream.
Yep. And, this just in. Dallas has challenged 3 of the goals from San Diego, and they all got overturned. So it is a tie.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, we're going to a shootout.
Yeah.
Or not.
Or not.
Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, my prediction for last weekend was correct when I said Dallas will not lose. But unfortunately, this weekend starts out with a Dallas.
But you didn't predict it, so you're off the hook, I guess.
I don't understand exactly a reverse eating cam, which is clips of people eating, but in reverse. I understand. I get it now.
Yeah, like, so if you're eating cake, you're like, it's like,
and there's a cake.
Yeah. And then cake or a corn dog.
No overtime. Sorry, John.
A sleepy time.
So I think we're probably done for the night.
Yeah, I have a long weekend ahead of me starting tomorrow. So, and it all culminates on Sunday. Yay.
Yep. Wave fans, I will not be at Goolsby's before the game tomorrow night. I will be getting there probably right as the doors open, if not a little bit later. And
I will not be there at all.
And Matt won't be there at all, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for enjoying the watch party. Definitely a party, or it was a watch. I don't know if it was a party. Something.
I definitely watched.
Yes.
And I'm gonna have my own party with the back of my eyelid.
There you go. Did you hear that scientists have recently produced a species of frog that are immortal by simply removing they simply remove their vocal cords. They can no longer croak.